An elderly female is admitted to the hospital after falling down the stairs. She hit her head and is in the ICU. An ABG is obtained and the results are as follows: 7.92, 28, 96, 26, 96. What acid-base disorder does this patient have? Well, the easiest thing to do is just to memorize this chart. It tells you what acidosis, alkalosis, or metabolic or respiratory, based on what the pH, the PCO2, and the bicarb is. And you just have to memorize also the normal ranges. So this nomenclature here stands for pH. That's the first number here, which is 7.2. And the next number is the pressure of carbon dioxide, which in this case is 28. The next number is pressure of oxygen. You could just ignore that. You don't need to know this for this question. And this number, the fourth number here, is the bicarb. And the last number here is the O2 sat, which you can ignore. So you have to memorize the normal pH value is 7.4. The pressure of carbon dioxide normal is 35 to 45. You don't need to know this value, the pressure of oxygen. For bicarb, this fourth number, you do have to memorize. The normal value is 22 to 26. And this O2 sat normal, you can ignore also. So now looking at the pH, so the pH is higher than normal because 7.92 is higher than 7.4. So that means I look here, so pH is higher, so it's either this metabolic alkalosis or respiratory alkalosis. See these two high numbers? And the next I look at the carbon dioxide pressure. So that's 28, which is lower than the normal of 35 to 45. So I'm looking for a downward arrow. So this is upward for metabolic alkalosis, so I know it's not this. So this down here is pointing down, so this is lower carbon dioxide. So that means the answer here is respiratory alkalosis. See, because I got higher pH and then a lower carbon dioxide. The bicarb in this case is normal, so you could ignore that. So if you're going to a retail pharmacy, just memorize this chart and the normal values, because you probably won't ever use it in your career. But if you're going to a hospital or maybe other profession, you might need to get a good understanding of what this means. So pH the normal is 7.4. So since our pH is 7.92 for this patient, it's high. So that means it's alkalosis. And then next up, pressure of carbon dioxide is low because 28 is lower than the normal of 35 to 45. So therefore, this suggests respiratory alkalosis. So we want to see if this alkalosis agrees with this, which it does. So this agrees. So I know this is respiratory alkalosis. This is easy for me to memorize because whenever I see PCO2, carbon dioxide, I think of respiratory acidosis, like you're breathing out acid. So if this PCO2 is high, then you would consider this probably be respiratory acidosis, and you would see if the pH would agree with this or not. But on our specific patient here, this female patient that has a pH of 7.92, I already know it's alkalosis because the pH is higher. So then you can rule this out. So you want to see if this goes against the PCO2. So in this case, which it does, because it's lower than the normal. So that's why I know this is respiratory alkalosis for this patient. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments.